Hi, and welcome to the Movie Remix, a show about classic movies and their remakes. I'm Constance.
I'm Sherry, and welcome to an intermission where we take the time to talk about issues and things that come up with in the news regarding movies that are in the process of being remade. So, according to Variety, at the end of 2019, it is reported that actor Archie Yates and a cast of thousands are remaking Home Alone. The original, if you're familiar with the original film, Macaulay Culkin stars as Kevin McAllister, who is left home alone over Christmas while his family is traveling. The house is set up to be robbed, and it is how he protects his house. It is a Christmas classic, made a ton of money.
And it actually sparked Home Alone
2, 3, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Constance, what do we feel about this news?
I feel like they should leave it alone. Because, I mean, honestly, well done. Macaulay Culkin did a great job as a kid with this. And it would be hard because if you're redoing it now, like this, the kid now isn't, I mean, they're running around, but they're not nearly as, to me, as imaginative to would have thought of all that. It would have been like, oh, what is my, how can I make my game, do something weird to the intruder or something like. It's a different, because when did that come out again?
That was like 92, 93.
So it's a different vibe in terms of with children then as they grow up, what they were watching, what they were doing versus now. Kids now are a lot more introverted, and we're just sitting on a couch playing video games. So it would be harder for me to believe that child would come up with this elaborate way to protect himself.
And I also think with all of the home surveillance technology that we use today, that it would be, I'm not going to say it would not be difficult to leave a child such as Kevin McAllister was in the original film, but to not have a set watch over the house with your Simply Safe and your Ring and the ADT.
Home security systems. Because if any of those, if you're going to go with the premise that, they can't watch your kid because the system's been knocked out because the burglars cut it, then most likely they would have cut power to the whole house.
Right. And the whole neighborhood in that fact.
And I mean, even if it's just to the house, even still, it's like, but there's backups. Like, Ring can use a battery versus being hardwired into the house. And then if you forget your kid, the one thing that wasn't as prevalent as it is now is cell phones.
Right. You would have called the neighbor and it's like, hey, yo, I left my child.
Go get my kid.
We'll be back as soon as we can.
Or better yet, you would call your kid because your kid has a cell phone. Right. Hey, sorry we left you. Go to the neighbors. Like, so it's a lot harder premise. And granted, could they have called home? Yeah, they probably could have called home in the earlier version. But that's going to, a payphone or whatever. In other words, it's not as tangible, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, the only way they could make it work is if they made it a period piece and that they did go back to like 1989, like set it in 88, 89 and redid it from back then. You can't reset that movie in 2020. I don't think so.
I mean, it would be interesting to see them try, I guess, but I would prefer that they didn't.
Well, it is a project under Disney Plus, and due to COVID-19, they have stopped. They started production on the film, but due to COVID-19, they had to stop. According to what I'm reading now, they have resumed production. So we'll see what happens next year with Home Alone.
Or not.
Or not. So this was the end of this short intermission. Come back in a couple of days, before Christmas, and we will release Miracle on 34th Street, Our Thoughts and Our Feelings. And we will talk to you later. Bye.